All right, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome, everybody, and thank you for joining today's webinar. We're excited to introduce you to the Paperwise Symphony solution, along with our e-signature partner, SignNow. So let's take a quick look at today's agenda. My name is David Rust, and I'm part of the sales and account management team here at Paperwise. I'll be walking you through today's sessions. First, we'll start with a demo of the Paperwise Symphony integration. You'll get a look at the new web-based platform Symphony and see how it seamlessly connects with our e-signature solution, SignNow. From there, we'll take a deeper dive into SignNow itself. I'll highlight some of my favorite features and the ones our clients rely on the most. One of those is teams and group templates. You can easily set up structured teams and share templates for consistent document workflows. Another one is document merging. It's a powerful tool usually that I use daily. It's a perfect for sending contracts, combining documents and supporting documents and sending those out for review and for signature. And bulk invite. This is one a lot of our clients use. You can quickly send a single document to a large group of recipients. And on the back end, you can manage those and officially see who has signed them, who hasn't, and kind of manage the overall output of those bulk invites. We'll also take a look at the SignNow mobile app. It's worth noting that signers don't need to download anything to complete documents, but for users managing and sending them, the app offers full functionality, access to templates, sent items, reviews, workflows, and more. By the end of the webinar, you'll have a clear understanding of how Paperwise and SignNow work together to streamline document management and simplify your e-signature process from start to finish. Okay, so now before we jump into the demo, let's talk a little bit why we chose SignOut as our integration partner. As you can see on the screen, SignOut really checks all the boxes when it comes to e-signature features and functionality. We've worked with a lot of e-signature tools over the years, and honestly, we still integrate to most of them. So if you're currently using something like DocuSign or Adobe Sign, that's totally fine. We can set up Symphony to work with those as well. But here's why we chose SignNow as our preferred partner. First, it's not missing anything. It's got all the features of our clients' needs. Second, the price point. It's a much more attractive. It allows us to deliver a high quality e-signature solution without the big enterprise price tag. And third, it meets all the compliance and security requirements that are so important to our clients who deal with sensitive documents. If you get a chance, go take a look at the SignNow website. Their feature list is impressive. You'll see it stacks up really well against all the other top competitors. And if you get into some research, check out Gartner's comparison reports. You'll see exactly like why SignNow holds its own in the e-signature space. At the end of the day, SignNow is a great addition to the Paperwise Symphony suite. It's made it easier than ever for our clients to send, manage, and securely sign documents all within one connected workflow. Okay, let's hop over to the demo. Let me get out of the PowerPoint for you. Okay, so this is Paperwise Symphony. We do have a lot of clients on the webinar, so you may not have seen this, but this is our new web-based version of Paperwise. Has a lot of the similar layout functionality that your current Paperwise system has. It's just built in a web-based platform, and we built a lot of the tools that you use in a lot of different applications that the Paperwise suite has. They're kind of all built into this one web-based application. So if you're interested in Symphony and you haven't had a chance to see it or you're ready to upgrade to it, feel free to reach out to me and I can walk you through that solution. But let's talk about how the integration works with SignNow and Symphony. So within the integration, we can take any document in Symphony today, quickly go to send for signature, and a prompt will come up. Now, this prompt is going to let me do one of two things. One is going to let me send it as a template, or it's going to let me send it as a one-off document to add signature fields. So as a template, think about a template as documents that may be something that you use all the time to send out to get signature, like a W-9 or a PTO request or a credit card authorization form or a rate confirmation, something that requires maybe a lot of fields to be entered, or it's just kind of the same document you send out all the time. You can keep a template in here, send out for signature, and then SignNow will add all the fields to it automatically because you have it built as a template, send it out for signature, and then we could wrap it back in and put it into Paperwise Symphony solution, all indexed for you. The other option is one-off documents. So I can take a document, I can go ahead and put a subject line item on it for me, or I can go ahead and enter some email message in here, and then go ahead and then edit in the document for signature. So if I click this and I load this up, SignNow is going to load up with the document, and it's going to pull up into the SignNow application and be ready for signature. So I can go ahead and know that, let's say I'm sending this to myself, and I can just hit save to continue, or I can add additional recipients. So I could add multiple signatures or create a path of workflow where one person will get it for signature and then it could route to another person. So I have the ability right here to go ahead and add multiple recipients or add anybody else that I would like to be included to receive acknowledgement that this has been signed. So once I'm ready, I'll just hit save and continue. And now I've got the document loaded into the SignNow application, ready for me to add fields. So you'll notice as if you've used any signature solution before, or any eForm application before, you'll get a lot of different kind of data masks of things that you can enter for a document for signature. So obviously we'll put in the signature, then we'll put in a text field for them to print their name, and then we'll go ahead and print a date field. Okay, now what's nice about these is over here on these fields, like a text field, you get a lot of data mask and data rules that you can set up. So I can go ahead and pre-fill text. So maybe it's a form that you want to go ahead and add additional text to go ahead and fill it out for them or guide them to what you want in there. Validation types. This is one that our clients use a lot of. It forces them to enter either like a social security number or an accurate phone number or an email address. This way you're getting accurate data or complete data, and they can't misfill out a form for you. So a lot of different things that you can fill out in the database here for the validation types. Additional conditional fields. I'm sure you filled out forms before where if you hit yes, you'll get an additional field that you've got to fill out. So I can create condition rules in these forms that I can, expand and add and get different information from clients. Additionally, I can also even request a payment or attachments. So I've got a lot of different things that I could set up here to add more complexity to these fields for signature. So I've got this one set up, simple little contract, little quote I'm going to send out. I'm going to hit save and close, or actually I'm going to hit continue. Let's go through the whole process. So the next step is it's going to have this loaded up. It's going to have the e-signature ready. I can then customize my message. I can put in here anything I want. I can change this. Now, notice over here, this document over here, this is what's going to show you what it looks like that the recipient's going to get. So this will have your company logo here, whatever subject you want put in here, and then anything in the body of the message. So that could be something like this: please review and sign. I can also, if I want, have my e-signature, go ahead and load it on here so I don't have to type that every time, and go ahead and have that ready to go. Now, also I have additional fields that I could put. I can, if I had down here, I've got multiple brands. So let's say you have a company that might have two sub companies under that. I can have different logos or different brands for my e-signature to go out. Additionally, I can come over here and I can also add different rules in here, like an expiration date, reminders. The reminders is a great one. Clients use this a lot, and they can set up to this will remind them every 2 days that they need to sign this. So if they didn't sign it the first day, it'll kind of keep sending it to them every 2 days, every 1 day, every 3 days until they get it signed. They can also send, we can allow forwarding. I can set up expiration date reminders at the default for next invite. So this would be like if it expires, I can then have another person that it would go to. I could allow them to decline it on the signature field. So maybe it's something that you want them to know, hey, if they didn't want to sign in and approve it, they also have the additional ability to decline it. So you have that record as well. And then you can apply those right here. So once I've got this ready, all I got to do is just send the invite, and then it goes out. Now, this is what I sent it to myself so you can see what it looks like for the end user. They'll get an email with a link. They click the link. This is what it's going to look like. So many of you on the call have gone through an e-signature process before. And again, really important to remind you, they don't have to download anything. They could do this from their phone, their computer. They won't have to download an app, go to a website, or do anything. They'll click it, and this will be what happens when it opens up. They'll just click get started. They can click this. It'll guide them through where they need to go. Um, Easy to fill out, just like most e-signature solutions that are out there. Pick the date. We'll just say today's date. And then all they got to do, click finish, and then they're done. They'll get a notification. They'll get an email notification that's been complete. They'll also get a copy of the signed agreement or the document that you send out if you want them to. So you have the ability to have them get a copy or not get a copy. When they've signed it, you'll actually get an email notification that they process it, and then it'll also show up here. So this is the SignNow application from a user perspective. So this is where all your tools are, and this is where I'm going to go over a lot of the other features I mentioned earlier in the agenda. So you'll notice here, this has been signed. It's really easy for me to go in here and see what's been signed. I can sort all these by who owns it. I can sort by the status of signed, waiting for me, pending, declined, expired, anything I want to be able to see these things easily. I can also open them up. If I ever just want to open them up and kind of see what it looks like, I can see that it was signed, the date it was signed, and everything. In addition, now I have the ability to route this back in and store it in Paperwise. I also can send this out to get it notarized, which is a nice feature that SignNow has as well. I can also export to the cloud. So you have other additional cloud solutions out there. I can export this too. Also, what's important is we do have a web API for SignNow specifically that you can also build into your applications. So if you want this to just be a seamless application from your accounting system, your management system, whatever you want, this also can integrate directly to that. So this does have a standalone API, a web API that we can also allow you to use, and we could assist and set those up as well. So you can also send documents directly from your management system right into SignNow for signature and wrap that back in. Other things that you have the ability to do is you can download the document. I also can download with the history attachments and IDs. So this is important because this shows you, this is all the data that makes this a legally valid copy. So if I was to download with that, I'll just kind of show you what that looks like real quick. It's going to have all of the information regarding the history of the document. If I scroll down, you'll be able to see the document that was signed, and then this information right here. So this is the information that you'll have with these documents that shows everything that's happened with that document, every step that document went through, and all the legal valid criteria all included with that document history with every single document that's been signed with the system. So nice feature to have, being able to have that, and that can be exported every single time with these documents. So you'll have tons of tools that you can send with this, and you, like I said, check out the website. You'll understand all the tools that you have here. In addition to all of these, you'll see over here where it says create an invite link. This is another nice feature of the SignNow solution. I have the ability to send any of these documents out through a link versus just a direct email. So if you have a form that you need to embed a e-signature process, you can take the link out of here, embed that into a form, or you can also do this through an e-form or for a website process. So if you want to create an e-form out there on your website, you can always just create a template in here, get the link, attach it to a process in your website or a form, and then have people e-signature, and then you can route that to a dedicated email address or multiple email addresses or whatever you need for your organization. Another feature that SignNow has that I mentioned in the agenda was teams and templates. So you'll see over here on the left, I got a lot of tools over here that I can quickly access, but one of them is teams. So imagine in your organization, you might want to have different areas for AP or for HR or for any area that wants to have dedicated forms that they utilize that their teams can access. So you can create a team, invite members to that team, and then create templates for everybody to utilize. You can push those templates into multiple teams. So if you have a document that maybe multiple teams are going to utilize, you can actually share it across teams, or you can make these teams private to where only certain users that are in the team can access templates or change templates or edit templates. That way they can control their documents a little bit better. But inside here, what's also nice is then I can then build templates to these documents. So you'll see when I open this up, I've got all of these templates in here. So this is for some of our transportation clients. They do driver onboarding, and they'll have tons of documents they send out to their prospective drivers to fill out. So it's nice to have all those forms built into here, just ready to go. So they could just load them up, email them through a link or a process to a prospective driver, and then they could go through the process of signing these. In addition to that, once you get all the individual documents set up that you want that are that you'll utilize, you can then come in here and make a document group. So a document group is a combination of multiple documents. So anybody that's kind of used an e-signature solution, you'll know that a lot of these e-signature solutions will charge you for each transaction that you have. So if I was to come in here and use these templates and send out individual documents for each transaction, then I'm going to get charged for each time that they get opened up. What's a better way to do that is take multiple document types, put them in what we call a document group. Like right here, I've got 3 documents in this, and you send it out as one process. So now I can, fill out the recipient, and then over here, they will have all those 3 documents put together in a process that they can go down and then read through the document, sign the document, go through the whole process, and it'll be one transaction that's going out versus 3, in this case, 3 documents that have been put into this process. So the document templates, the document template groups, really powerful tool, a lot of ways to utilize it. And a lot of our clients take a lot of huge advantage of it and get a lot of value out of the e-signature platform by doing this. Okay, another one that I mentioned was document merging. Really powerful tool, really quick tool. It's a tool that I use all the time. I could just quickly, you saw me take a document from Symphony. I could always just quickly drag a document in. So this is that same contract that I sent out from Symphony to send it in here for signature. So now this is ready to go. But let's say quickly, I need to merge another document with it. So what's kind of nice is I can have this document ready. Let's say I have another document on my desktop. And what's neat about this, you'll see this is a Word document. I can drop it. Symphony will, SignNow will quickly change that Word document into a PDF, allow me to utilize it. So now I've got those 2 documents together. I'm going to go ahead and go back real quick. And then I'm going to say with this document, I want to merge it with another document. So I'm going to come in here and go down to merge with, and then it's going to open up and let me say, okay, I want to merge it with this document. So now I'm going to hit next. And I'm going to say, well, I want to make sure I could reorder these, but they're in the right order. I can come in and rename this, and I'll just name this merge doc so you can see it, and then click merge. So again, this is another way that you can then basically combine documents and then send it out in one transaction instead of sending multiple documents for signature. I can either use this tool to take a document and add supporting documents to it to send out. Or if I know I got 2 or 3 documents that I need them to sign, instead of having 3 transactions out there, I can just merge them all together, send them in one, and then have them go through the process and sign all 3. I can also, when I get this back, I can unmerge them, or I can pull them apart, or I can use the Paperwise system. We've got a new document editor in the Symphony application, allow you to send it in, and then I can easily split those documents up and then store them individually. So another way to work around the having multiple documents for one transaction, or also just sending out documents that have the supporting documents with it. Another quick feature that our clients utilize a lot is the ability to send a bulk invite. I won't go through the whole process of it, but all you really have to do in here is just send it as a bulk email. So I can create Okay, another feature that our clients that utilize and take advantage of is the bulk invite feature. Um, and really all the bulk invite feature is I can take a document, usually it's a template like this handbook, and then I can come over here and then I can just send it out as a bulk invite. So really all the bulk invite does is allows me to send one document, get one template in here ready to go. Employee handbook is a perfect example. I've got an employee handbook that's got maybe a new addition to it. I need everybody to review it and say that they've read it. So I can load that in here and then I can drop a CSV file. So what's kind of nice is I could take all my employees in a CSV file, drop it in here, create the subject or whatever I want, and then send this out. And then I can create a folder in here. This is probably the most powerful feature about this bulk invite, that when that goes out, let's say it's to 100 people, then that 100 people list will be inside of SignNow. And then I can see anybody who signed it. What's more important, I can see who hasn't signed it. And then I can follow up. I can even just set these reminders up so it'll just kind of keep pinging people until they haven't signed it, and then get everything signed and ready and loaded in here. And then because I have them in these folders, I can easily export the folder out and then push that folder in to index it somewhere else, or kind of leaving it here for review or whatever you'd like to do with all those signed signatures from the bulk invite. Really powerful tool. I see a lot of our HR departments, anybody that's sending a document out to multiple people, great little feature that they have built into this. Okay, so last feature I'd like to show you real quick, and I'll hop over to my phone to just show you the mobile app. Okay, so you do have a full mobile app with this application, so it's really nice. Everything that you saw me doing in the web-based version, I can do in the mobile app. I have access to my templates. I have access to other users. I can send documents out in here. What's also kind of nice too is I can sign documents. So I use this a lot personally when I get documents back that I have to have create a dual signature. I have all that ability in here. So a lot of the features you have the p- uh, so a lot of the features you have in the full desktop version are in here. It's just another really nice tool to be able to send out documents. So if you're on the road a lot, and you have to send out a contract or you have to send something out quick, you can use the app. What's also nice too is I can create a group in here. So let's say somebody else is putting the contract together, they can load it up, get it reviewed, send it as a team, as my team template in here, load it up for me. I can review it and then I can send it out for signature right from my phone. So just a nice feature. Again, users don't have to have the mobile app to sign a document, but you have a mobile app to have all the tools to be able to utilize everything. So I'm hoping that everybody got a good review of the Sign Now solution. Also, in addition to any features that you saw today, I'm completely open to doing demos for anybody that wants to kind of walk through the Sign Now application. Again, I've worked personally with every e-signature solution out there, and as far as ease of use for the end user and for the user sending documents out, I kind of like the Sign Now application better. And probably the biggest benefit for your organization is for our ability, for our partner ability to sign these and send these out to you with a pricing point of $1 per invite. So I'm sure if you kind of look back at what you're paying for DocuSign or other e-signature partners, $1 per transaction is probably going to be pretty attractive. And also the way we sell them is an annual usage, so you don't lose any, is a pretty also benefit that you can take advantage of the pricing that we offer. So again, go ahead and just review all the e-signature solutions out there. If you have one that you currently have and you're wanting to kind of compare, I can send you documentation on the differences between those. And let's say you have templates and things already built into DocuSign or PandaDoc or Adobe Sign or whatever e-signature solution. SignOut actually has a process built where they can pull those templates over and kind of as a migration and get you set up in the SignNow app platform. So a nice little feature that makes it easy to migrate your existing information that's in your e-signature solution now over to SignNow, so you can take advantage of their featured functionality and especially their pricing. So again, if you have any interest, feel free to reach out to me. We can walk through a demo, get you any additional information you need. Also, if you're interested in reviewing the Symphony solution that we took a little brief look at, we can walk through that as well. But thank you everybody for attending today's webinar. And